So we're actually going to start with the roller across our backs, right at the shoulder blades here. Hey there. So have a seat in front of it. And then you can curve on back here, round your tail up, and sort of let your back hammock down here. And just as it gets nice and comfortable, we're going to start to move, right? So bring your hands behind the base of your skull. And we'll start to look up at the ceiling and look behind you, arching the spine with the elbows pulled wide. Your hands are always supporting the base of your skull. Tip your head forward, chin to chest. Pull the elbows together and down in towards your belly. As you press the waist down, curl the tail up. So you feel that stretch of both ends of the spine. And then we take it back to extension. The roller rolls a little bit underneath you, getting a massage across the shoulder blades. Pick up your head, look down your nose into the belly, and you wing the elbows in to narrow them in towards the navel. We're taking it back again here, arching back. As you lower the head, also lower the tailbone and lift the waist up to the ceiling. And then start again. It's almost like we're doing inverted cat-cow. So we get the flexion in the spine, and then we take it back into the extension of the spine. We'll just do one more like this. Exhale, push the air out of your lungs as you flex forward, plug the elbows in to narrow the chest. And now we're going to still support your head with your hands. Maybe bring your feet in if you need to. Press through your feet and lift your hips up. Now we're going back and forth here from the top of the shoulders to the base of the rib cage, and you curl up with the head, look down on your midline, and then as the knees go forward, lift your butt up, drop your head down to get a nice deep tissue massage along the length of the spine that's connected to your ribs, thoracic spine. The knees go forward, you boost your hips up, so you get a little bit of extension across the front of the hips, and then push off your feet, lift the head, look into your belly. I'll just do a couple more. So you can feel like using the lowering and lifting of the hips helps you get a deeper tissue massage than if you just had your back flat. But if you're getting, if you don't want to do the flexion extension, you can always just keep your body in a plank and go back and forth. Sometimes I do that if I get confused. So the hips are up, the knees go forward. Now we're coming right back to the sort of the base of the shoulder blades, or the middle of them. And you may need to bring your feet back a little bit because we have more push and pull when we do this exercise. And let's rotate to the right, pick up your left shoulder blade, and then twist the left, picking up the right shoulder blade. So we're going back and forth here. But we'll do one more time to the left and then go back to the right. And then once you're on this blade, you're going to go up and down, so push, pull. You're just trying to go on the lateral edge of your scapula there, that shoulder blade, because here now you're massaging the outer edge of your lat. It might be a little tight, it might be a little tense, or it might feel really good, which is my hope for you. And if it doesn't now, it will later. And here we go, we're going to the other side, so twist the left, lift the right shoulder blade, go up and down the edge. You can change the angle a little bit if you need to. It's amazing what kind of unexpected tightnesses we feel in our body when we actually do this. One more time. Come center, and then lower your hips down. Really nice. And then come up to sitting. We're taking the roller across under our hips. So when you're in your bridge shoulder position here, you lift your hips up, you roll the roller in across under your sacrum, and then hold the roller, elbows go a little wide to hold the roller in position under the middle of that big triangular bone here near the base of your spine. And now lift the legs up to the ceiling. We start here with the scissor split. So the right leg can go back towards your shoulder, the left leg can reach out and away. And then we inhale to slide the feet up towards the ceiling and switch their positions in space. Left arm back, right arm forward, and switch again. It's okay to use an inhale for one movement and an exhale for the next. your gaze up and maybe a little slightly back. So you want the throat to be soft and open, so it's easy to breathe. I recommend like still pulling the roller slightly in towards your armpit, elbows a little bit wide to hold it in position. Otherwise, it's going to want to roll out from underneath you. And just see, can you get the stretch in the hamstring as the leg comes back? And can you feel the stretch across the hip as you lower the leg and reach across towards the end of your mat? Starting to work into the hip joint. These movements will oil it up so it is a little smoother for us, as well as stretch the muscles around it so we create a little more space. Both legs up to the top, exhale and rotate, which means heels in, toes out. And roll the legs apart sideways, inhale and open. Exhale, and then you lift on the exhalation, close the thighs to close the heels. And we draw them apart. And exhale and pull the upper thighs together to bring the heels together too. Open sideways. Exhale, the belly sinks down as you breathe out completely. And one more just like that one. The gravity help you find the stretch and then help you get more work as you lift. Now let's go, still stay in the turnout and leave the left leg up in the air, the right leg goes out to the side, and you try to push through your right arm and press down with the left hip so that you're not tilting the pelvis. You're trying to hold the pelvis parallel to the ground and to the ceiling. Exhale and pull that leg up. Take your time. Try to resist having too much acceleration. And now the right leg is up and the left leg goes slowly down. So we're going a little slower than gravity would like to drop the leg. And then you're going to pull it up with a little restraint. So you feel that work and you just maximize and accelerate the leg to the ceiling. So here the right leg is out. Drawing coming down the curve of the apex of the rainbow. And then we reach out a little longer and you pull the leg up and let the toes touch the sky. And now the right leg is up, the left leg goes out. Really work in both sides of your body as you work to stabilize the torso against the weight of your leg. Lift that left leg up and one more set. So hopefully you're enjoying the stretch. You'll get a little bit more stretch when one leg is up and the leg that's moving and it's like really opens and stretches more. But you also should be feeling more work in your core, which is equally important. So right leg is up, the left leg is out. And down, and then pull it up, nice and slow. So the work here in the muscles in your leg, the work in your obliques. And now let's turn the feet forward, so you're in parallel feet. Now, we'll lower the left leg down and leave the right leg up in the air. So get your foot grounded here, whatever distance is comfortable for your knee. And we're going to do a one leg lower lift. So toes are soft. And we push the leg forward and down. Exhale all the way down. Lengthen the leg out once the heel touches. You might have to bend the knee a little bit, but lengthen it here. Exhale to lift it again. So think inhale to stretch it back a little bit and exhale to bring it forward and down. Track it in a straight line out of the hip socket. And then you lengthen as you inhale, exhale to pull it up. Now the thighs are working in a track about 4 inches apart. So don't let your leg as you lower it drift sideways or medial, right? Keep holding that straight line out of the hip socket and then pull it up, nice and tall, nice and slow. Trace that arc in the air with your foot, and one more time. Reach, lower with control. We're trying to open up the quad across the surface of the hip. We're also lengthening the psoas, which is deep inside the body. It's the main hip flexor. And we can lift this all the way up. And then let's switch the legs. So pull one of the bottom in, and the other one goes down with that knee bent. Extend the left leg up to the sky. And your right foot is balanced with the heel, big toe ball of the foot, and the pinky toe ball of the foot. And then we glide the leg forward, reach it out and down. The leg reaches far across the room. Tap the heel down to the stretch across the hip. Exhale and lift it up. And you should feel okay in your back. If you don't, you might want to double check the positioning of the roller, or you could just be pretty tight in the hips and maybe need to bend the knee a little bit as you lower the leg. Lengthen when you're grounded and then lift it up. Feel the stretch as it comes back over the chest and push it forward again, all the way long and down. Leg is there, exhale to scoop the leg up, push the air back over your shoulder. And let's do one more, gliding forward and out. Down you go, soft landing. Lengthen, exhale, and pull it up here. Nice and slow, even pace as you rise. And then bend that knee in. And just leave the knee into your chest if you want for a second here. And we'll take the right arm back. And the right leg forward. Here we're getting a stretch into the shoulder and the hip. Really try to feel that nice stretch through the right side of your body. Back of the hand to the ground. Now, if the knee folds in like this, it's helpful if your hips are pretty tight. If you want to try, you can lower the knee forward and down and have the foot rest. And if it's too much for your back, pull the other knee into your body. You also have the option, if you're really tight across this front line, to bend the right knee up slightly too. So whatever you want to do here, that's great. Just try to breathe into the length from your hip bone crest down the front of the leg, out over the toes, and then from the hip bone crest down across the torso, along the arm, and into the fingertips to the ground. One more breath in to feel the body lengthen, and exhale to release. And then we can bring the arm forward to hold the roller in position, slide the right foot back. And now we extend the left leg out long. See how that feels? Again, you always have the option to make it easier on your back by pulling the right knee into your chest. And then we'll take the left arm up in the air and back of the hand to the ground. Just open up that left side. Breathe into it, the inhale to lengthen the body, and the exhale to sink it towards the ground. Full breath in, exhale, release it. You should remember here that the longer the exhalation is, the more your body relaxes. So you want a shorter but deep inhale and then a long, slow exhale. Do one more breath like this. And now bring the hand back. Pull the foot back in. We're just going to lift the hips up, do a little bridge, and then slide the roller out from underneath you and push it to the side. Right. You stretch the legs forward, stretch the arms back, and feel how your body has opened up in the front. And then bring your legs together. We're lifting the arms, we're lifting the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, roll up. Curve forward, the belly pulls back, and you dive over your legs. Take a nice stretch here, we lift into a roll up. And now we'll start to go back. So you lengthen out through your feet, the tail rises here through the thighs, and you curve your body down 1 inch. The tail keeps lifting, you're rotating the pelvis here, around your fingers, get down into your sacrum, get down to the hips, get down to the waist, the ribs, the shoulders, the neck and head, and you can stretch the arms behind you. Bring the arms up, the shoulder blades settle. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Big exhale, pick up the ribs. Come up slowly. Dig the feet down. Good girl. Good. That's great. And then dive over. Excellent job. We try to pull the waist back as you're rounded forward here, as if someone's pulling your waistline back. That'll give you a nice stretch. And then you reach forward through the legs. Come down slowly. Every inch of the spine articulates, and you try to round your back to get the inverse curve to press into the ground. The arms can stay lower. For more control, you can lift them higher for more, just for work, for challenge. Coming up again, breathe here, pull up, big exhale. Use your hands to your legs. And you also can always use a TheraBand around your feet, but you're getting up. It's just a question, it's like new, right? So we're rolling back again here. Round your back. So you pull the belly down like there's a bowling ball here that's sitting below the navel, and you curve your body around it. The hands lower makes it easier to control your descent down. And then lift to come up one more time. So you can start with the arms low. You can slide your hands along your legs, chin to chest, dive the head forward, pull yourself up here. we do this backwards. You have your TheraBand, so grab it just to sit. So if you are struggling a little bit, or if you just want a little bit more rounding in your spine, you can take this around, back forward, and then as you start to come back, you're still doing the same thing. I'm going to lift my arms up so you can see my spine, but you try to round your back and curve into the ground, press out into the band, so you'll lengthen your legs. And then coming up again. Continue. So maybe we're not going to have you go all the way down. So come up, hold your wrists. There. Yeah, it's okay. So do that one more time. So push into your heels, curve the tail up, just go down to the base of your ribs, and then come up there. So that's where we are. To start next time, we'll give you anklets. Okay. And everybody else doing okay? Good. You did great. It's just like the first time. It takes a longer time to get the feel of the movement, and some of the strength and flexibility there. All right. So we're moving now into what we call an upper curl. So you put the bands aside, and we start here with our pelvic tuck, where we curve the waist back and the tail moves up and forward. We're going to roll back inch by inch. So dig your heels in, the toes are up. Your hands can be to the back of your thighs. As you come down, we're going down to the hip, to the waist, to the base of the ribs. And then look down at your belly, pull both hips into your chest, elbows wide. You lift the head and heart a little higher, and extend the legs up to the ceiling. Squeeze them together and the arms move forward, helping the arms here. Inhaling and exhaling. If it's a lot for your neck, you have an option. You can hold one hand under your head while you pump to the other arm, and then switch them periodically. You could also take a ball under your upper shoulders and let that help support you here. You can even just try holding the position with your hands behind your neck if that's bothering your neck. We build strength into the front of the neck as we do this. And just keep your gaze low on your belly so that you're not looking up and flattening your back to the back. Full breath in and a deep breath out. Legs squeeze together, and you want them high enough that it feels good in your low back, but low enough that you feel the work in your abs. One more breath, full breath in, let the belly expand, and then exhale, draw it deep. And then you can pull your knees in, lay your head back, and lower your toes down, arms out to the side in a T. And let's rock your knees to the right and turn to the left. Going to the other side, let the knees flow to the left and your gaze goes right. Just another set like this. Inhale into the stretch. Exhale out of it. And here, lean to the left, gaze goes right. And exhale and pull it on back. Okay. Now, let's pull the left knee into your chest, extend the right leg up to the ceiling, elbows wide, lift your head, look down your nose at your abs, and then push the legs forward to roll up to a sitting position. Good. Here, rolling like a ball. You want to have the hands either to the thighs if it's your first time doing this, or to the shins if you've done it before and want to do that. It's a little tighter position. So again, we start with this kind of curve of the waist back to round your back as much as possible. It's also helpful here with the elbows wide, pull them forward a little bit, so your shoulder blades move forward around to the front of your chest, not all the way, but in that direction, right? So that your ribs sink back, and that makes your spine rounder, so that you're able to roll. So we're gonna curl the tail up, go back on your sacrum, lift your feet, elbows wide, and now push the legs into your hands and pull your hands back into the legs and see how that firms up your arms and your core. Looking down your nose at your belly, we lift the tail, roll the shoulder blades, and then you exhale to come back up. The head never touches. That's it, and do it again. Go back, but high, bring it forward and up. Good. Yes, pretend you're still a little kid, right? So we lift the tail, we'll look at the shoulder blades, head off the ground, the hair can touch, but you don't want to slam the head into the ground, obviously. And we do that again, go back, and back to balance. Yeah, 2 more times. Inhale to roll, just breathe into your back as you inhale, go back. Exhale to come back up, and one more time. Rocking here. Keep looking down your nose at your abs, and that'll help you. Because when the head goes back, it's an anchor. It prevents you from coming up. Good. One last one. Keep your gaze onto your belly as you go back, and then also as you come forward. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And when you practice, as you practice it, you get a little better at figuring out like how much effort is needed to go both back without hitting your head and go forward without landing your feet. So, but we're going to move now into the first of the ab series. So we'll take the right hand to the ankle and the left hand to the right knee. Lift the leg up, and you're pushing the shin up into your hands. You're pulling your body down slowly to your upper curl. So you can just go to the base of the ribs, and we'll pull that knee in tight and pull the other leg out long. Elbows wide, gaze down. So right hand on the right ankle, left hand at the knee. So the outside hand is to the ankle. Yes, just like that. And then we inhale and switch. So as you pull the left leg in, the outside hand goes to the ankle, so left hand, left ankle, right hand on the knee, and then switch again. Now when you have the connection of your hands to the leg, try to pull your head up and get a little bit more work in your abs, upper abs in particular, and then we switch and you try to hold the feeling in the upper abs so your body doesn't pull back as you switch your legs and let go of your leg. So we switch on an inhale, and we switch on an exhale. I'm just going to do one more set. You can always rest your head down if you need to. And when we're here for the left, and then pull both knees in, hold on to your thighs, and rock forward and up to balance. And then finger down. Okay. The next one, the double leg stretch, is a little bit more load away from center. We're going to take the arms a little bit back and legs a little bit forward. But just to be sure you know what you're dealing with, right? Let's go ahead and lay on back down. So come down slowly, round the low back, round the mid back, come down, rest your head down. Now, we're going to pull one knee into your chest and then the other knee in, legs are together. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling and take your hands to the back of your thighs. Just see as you slowly slide the feet across the ceiling and away from you, can you feel the increased work into your abdominals? And if you go too far out, you start to feel the waistline start to lift. It can lift slightly, but you don't want to get into a place where it feels like it's too much for your back. And then we're going to exhale and bring the leg back up and feel the waist flatten into the ground. Here you will get the stretch in your hamstrings if you need to bend your knees. And again. So I want you to see, can you tell when you are safe in your back as the legs go forward and when it feels like you've done enough and you need to come back? Yes, no, maybe? Thumbs up? Anyone else? Everyone good? Okay, because pull your knees in. And so the issue is if the legs go too far forward, then you will strain your low back. We don't want it. The muscle that your psoas muscle, your hip flexor, runs along your spine, connects to the upper inner thigh bone. And if you take the legs too far out, it literally pulls the lumbar vertebra or the disc forward out of position. But if you can keep it down using your abdominals, you get just more strengthening of the abs, supporting your pelvis in position. So this will make your core a lot stronger to do it correctly. Do it incorrectly, you can really hurt yourself, particularly if you move fast and don't pay attention. So, okay, so you look good. All of you are doing a nice range of motion. Now, fold the knees, lower the feet down, and let's come up to your upper arm curl. So you want to lift here so that you're bent here right up to the chest wall. And then you can also pull your head up and pull your elbows in. Now lift the arms up to the ceiling. Now, as you look at your belly, notice where your shoulder blades touch the mat. And as you take the arms back, let's see. How far can you go without flattening your spine back into the floor? Yeah, that looks about right. But you have to be able to keep your head up and your chest like pinching forward a little bit here while the arms go back. That is your appropriate range of motion. So let's lay the head down. Okay, let's try it again. So lift your head, neck, and chest. Look forward here. You're bending the spine in the upper abdominal range, right? Arms lift up. And then again, see how far they can go back. You're going to feel that work increasing in the upper abdominals. And then let's bring the arms forward. Well, up to sitting. We're gonna take you back into the second of the ab series exercise now. But I want you to remember that if necessary, you can take the arms and legs straight up to the ceiling. You also have the option to take them apart on a diagonal, but you have to watch to see what's going on or feel what's going on in your body. So you don't take it to a place where you lose the control in the core and the back starts to shift. Right. So in Pilates, we think of range of motion being how far you can take the load away from center without displacing your center. Make sense? So it's good physics, it's good biomechanics. Right. So we roll back to your upper curl. Pull your knees in. Let's support the head with your hands. Lift the legs up. And now we're just going to take the legs a little bit away. Make that decision. Exhale, pull it back. Reach it out again here. And lift it. One more time. Good choices. Don't look up at the sky though, right? Because as soon as you do that, you flatten the upper back. So you want to lift your head, look down your nose, look at your navel, and keep the elbows pulled down in a little bit while you do this. Okay, and then fold the knees into your chest. Next, we're taking the hands on top of the shins. Right hand to right, left hand to left. Press the legs together like a yoga leg, right? And then we're lifting the head coming up into your upper curl. Pull with the arms so you come up with the shoulders off the ground. Now, keep the head and chest up as you inhale with the arms and the legs. Stretch, like dead bug. And we circle the arms around as you embrace the knees into your body. So keep looking down at your belly, inhale everything up, fingers to toes to the sky. Circle the arms wide and head the legs in. So reach, open the arms a little bit back, open the legs a little bit forward, and then pull it in. Two more like this. Reach up, look down. Keep your gaze down, try not to look up at your toes. But you know where they are, you don't have to see it. And then come forward and up, going up to the top. Everyone felt that and you felt safe? So as you advance, as you get stronger and also as you get more coordinated, you can take the legs and arms a little lower and out further. That increases the work into your core, but it's important when you start that you really start understanding where your limits are right now, and just know that that changes not only like from this week to next year to 10 years from now, but it also can change in the course of one repetition, depending on like your focus maybe, or maybe you start thinking or feeling, oh, I have a headache coming on, so you sort of get a little distracted. So we have to keep the focus on the body while we do these things to get the benefit, but also so you don't pay the price later, right? Because you're right on the edge the whole time. All right, so we're going to do scissors here and then move on to another type of exercise. But again, we're going to roll back, and we did scissors with our hips up on this. It's the same idea. But here we're going to come down, lift one leg up, and take your hands high on the calf as high as you can reach towards the ankle. And you're pulling your head up, trying to make your head and neck almost parallel to the leg. Switch the leg and hold yourself up as you release the hands and switch again. And inhale for one leg to lift and exhale for the other lift. And here you might really appreciate like pulling the leg back to get a little stretch in the hamstring. And if your hamstrings are super tight, you might find that you need a little bend in the knee to get the stretch you want in the belly of the hamstring. We want to feel that in the back of this long muscle here at the back of the leg and not really at the back of the knee. It's okay to feel a little bit of a stretch if you don't want to strain, and you'll know the difference when you feel it. It's kind of the best thing I can say. And again, we're still trying to pick up the head, round the upper back, and sort of balance near the base of the shoulder blades. We'll end with the left leg up in the air. And then pull your knees in, lay your head down, and lower your feet with bent knees. Just turn your head easy side to side as your knees fall in on each other, supporting each other underneath, feet a little wide. And relax your neck after that work. Okay. Everyone have a TheraBand, we're going to grab it now. And then take the band, the center of the band is going around the sole of the right foot. So pull the knee into your chest, the band on the ball of the foot, and way up. You wrap the band around your hands and extend the left leg all the way forward, straight out of the hip socket. Okay, so just pull the leg up, pull it a little closer over your chest here, get the stretch you want in the back of the leg, and then we're going to reach up to the ball of the foot like you have a high-heeled shoe on, and then curl the toes up a little bit, and then curl the toes back and lift the heel, flexing the ankle. So roll through the foot like that. So moving into the ball of the foot, and then the toes lift slightly, pull the toes back, and lift the heel, getting a stretch in the calf. One more time. Now the band should be pretty wide across the ball of the foot and the top of the arch, so it doesn't cut into your foot, and it gives you more support. Then we're coming up to a soft point here. The elbows slide forward, so the shoulders ease away from your neck, lengthening your neck, and we're working to bring the leg across the body, the right leg moves to the left, keep your right hip down. So it's important that you keep the pelvis rounded while you stretch the leg away from the hip, and then we circle the leg low across the other leg, rotate externally as it comes out to the side, and you pull it up to the ceiling. That's it. So one breath per circle. So you can inhale to cross it over in a little internal rotation. You rotate externally, which means that the knee and the toes point out to the side. Bring it to neutral at the top, which means that the toes point back over your head. Internally rotate, the knee and the toes point down slightly. Go low, back to vertical with the toes. Spin them outward by rotating the thigh on the socket. Come all the way to the top, and we do it again. So it's one breath per circle, a short deep inhale, and a long exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale to the top, so you feel the abdominal wall knit together. Reach again. Now, can you all feel that right hip staying on the ground? Because it's important that you feel that you're pulling back with the glute, back with the hip as the leg reaches out, and then you circle out around. And now when the leg goes to the right, the left hip is grounded. So this isn't just about the stretch, it's also about the control you have of keeping the pelvis rounded on the mat. And that's what gives you the work in your core and the obliques. And a little bit more stretch to the legs. So let's do one more. Short inhale across the body. And exhale all the way down, low, around, and up to the top to end that breath. Hold it at the top when you're there. Give it a nice little stretch. And now we reverse. Externally rotate the leg. The toe points out in the diagonal because of the rotation of the thigh. Reach the leg out, but don't let the left hip come off of the ground. Go forward, down, across the body, and pull it up to the ceiling. Nice slow movement. You can feel as the leg goes to the right, the increasing load. You're going to really push into the elbows on the mat. Sweep the leg around. The forearm follows the path, the angle of the leg and the TheraBand. And left side is heavy before the right leg reaches out to the right. Go low. The right hip gets heavy before the leg crosses. It gets heavier as the leg reaches away. That gives you the stretch in the lateral leg and the IT band. And let's do it again 2 more times. So short, deep inhale. Long exhale. Keep breathing out, out, out. Try to empty the lungs as much as you can. So the next breath in fills your lungs with fresh oxygen. Bring it down around, all the way over. We want to pump out as much of the stale air as we can and get fresh air in on the next breath. Now here from the top, you'll wrap the band around one hand. So both ends of the band are held down in the right hand. And we rotate the leg externally. Take your left hand to the left hip bone crest and keep pushing the left hip into the floor. You can even rotate a little bit down into the left side of your body and then pull the right leg away. So we don't want the left glute to come off the ground at all. We'll feel that stretch only across the right inner thigh, but also across the front of the pelvis perhaps. And then rock your right leg a little bit towards your shoulder and away here. Pick the leg up towards the ceiling, switch hands on the band. And you can extend the right arm out, perpendicular to your torso. Now here, as you bring the leg over, slowly peel the hip, the waist, and the ribs off the ground, but keep the right shoulder blade down. Turn your head and look to the right. And you stretch the left leg in the other direction. Bend the knee as necessary to bring the leg up slightly towards your chest. And it's like you're trying to kick the toe back past your shoulder to the far wall. Everyone feel the stretch there? Yeah. Okay, now rotate the leg a little internally to increase the stretch into the glute and the low back. So that way you rotate the right femur so the knee goes down slightly, so does the toes. And the right shoulder blade is still dropping into the ground. The whole right arm is pressing into the floor. We'll exhale and come down from your left shoulder to your waist, to your right glute. So lift the leg up. Give it another little pull here. Stretch the back of your leg. And then fold the knee into your chest. Embrace it in nice and tight. Hug it in. And the left leg still reaches forward, directly out of the hip. Now we'll release the right leg forward, bend to the side, and just shake out those legs, and then relax and feel the difference in the two sides. I know, it's crazy, right? Can you feel the right leg is longer? Yes, exactly. Can you feel that it's rotated more externally, like it's flopped out to the side? If you look up and look at your toes, you might even see that the right foot is angled out and the left foot is more vertical. And you can probably also tell that there's more connection under the leg to the ground on the right than there is on the left. You might even feel that the right shoulder and rib cage have dropped a little into the ground, and the left side is still like floating a little just off. Anyway, you're heavier on the right side than you are on the left. So now we obviously have to do the other side. I can't let you go out into the world like this. So we're going to pull the left knee into your chest. Embrace it in. And then we'll lift it up to the ceiling. Bring it up, and you can be slightly bent to bring the leg as directly to the sky as possible. And then we're just going to point and flex the foot a couple of times. Slow movement, try to work through all the joints in the foot, which helps you work through all the muscles in your foot as well. Your ball toe, and then you go back to your ball heel. And then we go up to that soft point. The ball of the foot is reaching out, and the toes are only reaching forward a little bit. And you walk your elbows forward towards your hips. And now we start the circles. So one end of the band of each hand, the elbows rounded, and we bring the leg across the body. The left foot reaches to the right, the left hip is still rounded. Sweep the leg forward and down, rotate externally out to the side. The right side is trying to press into the ground as you pull the left leg out and away from it. And then here we go again. So left leg is heavy, the left leg reaches across and then goes forward low. Skips over the other leg, rotates externally, comes out to the side. Notice where you feel the work in your arms and in your abs as you maintain the torso stable here on the ground and work with that leg to take the weight of your leg away from center, back to center, and then away from center in the opposite direction. You push it forward into the band. So the band's going to give you support. You can always choke up on it a little bit. But it also gives you encouragement to reach away from center while you're holding your center grounded on your mat. This looks great. Good work here. Stretch it again. Did you all maybe feel that like in your glute and maybe into your low back? Sometimes when you stretch it across the body, you can feel that. You're pulling down with the hip, but you're reaching out with the leg. This is going to help you lengthen the muscles and also create space in the joints. Take a breath as well. Short, deep inhale, long, slow exhale for every single circle that you draw in the air. And then we come up to the top and pause. And let's reverse. So externally rotate. Inhale to take the leg away from center. Reach low. Drag it all the way around. Pull it up to the sky. Lift it high and reach it in here. Stretch. The band helps you control the circle. It should be a nice steady pace as you go. And as much as you're reaching and lengthening the leg, you're also pulling back through the center of your body into the floor to get that grounding, that stability that you're pulling away from the leg. In Pilates, we call that opposition. So like part of the body is pulling back and another part is reaching out. And that's how we really develop these long, strong muscles and more flexibility in the body while you're also building strength. So here at the top, we'll pause. Now the left hand holds both ends. You anchor the left elbow, right hand to right hip bone, and take the left leg out to the side, where you rotate the pelvis a little bit to the right to keep that right glute down, and the leg opens out to the side away from center. Rock the leg a little bit here. Small movement. Just because you want to tease the upper inner thigh muscles open a little bit and not just at one line open. Now exhale, and we pull from the upper inner thigh to lift the foot up to the ceiling, nice and slow. Switch hands at the top, and we cross the leg over, extend the arm out. Pick up the hip, and keep the shoulder blade down, look out over your left hand, perpendicular to your torso, then try to pull the leg perpendicular to your torso as well. Maybe bending the knee a little bit to get there. And from here, we're going to rotate the leg internally to get a little more stretch into the glute and the low back. Pulling it towards the shoulder, the gaze turned away from that leg. And then we exhale to unwind the body, come from the right shoulder diagonally across the left glute, and lift the leg into the ceiling, pull the leg back in, get a little extra stretch here in the back of your leg. And then we can fold the knee into your chest, embrace it in, bend to the side. Hug the knee in tight. And then stretch the leg forward. You're going to have the legs parallel about 45 inches apart, shake them out. And now see if the legs feel like a better pair again. Yeah. You take your hands to your hip both press, they should both be sort of pointing diagonally out from center. Feel both of the calves heavy into the ground, feet relaxed. And also, both sides of the torso have the same weight into the body, the same connection to the ground. Okay. We're going to pull the left knee in now, lift the right leg up to the ceiling, and lift your head, neck, and shoulders, work forward and up to sitting. For spine stretch. So leg open, about almost as wide as a mat, just a little wider than your hips. And here, sitting upright is a skill that has been lost in America and maybe around the world, right? So a lot of people, they sit up and they fall back to their waist like this, right? It's like you just like fall into this hammock of your back. And if you do that, you'll notice that you're sitting behind your sits bones. You feel those little bony points underneath you. Like you just sit upright on top of them. You may have to bend the knees, either a little or a lot. If you're really tight in the hips, you would elevate your hips on, you elevate your butt up onto yoga blocks, and you have plenty. So from here, if you take one hand behind your back, you can feel like the inverse curve, right? So we don't want to be hanging back so this is flat. And it might just be, not that you're not trying hard, it might just be because the hamstrings are tight. So in which case you would bend the knees and then pull yourself up so you're right on your sits bones and you feel like your head is stacked over the throat, over the diaphragm, over the pelvic floor, and there's an indent in your waist. Everybody feel that? Yes. So from here, now this is like your vertical position, and you probably feel it's gripping in your hip flexors. That's what is happening, right? But you'll bring the arms forward, let your push the arms down, lift up to your halo and up to your heart, and now look down your nose, chin to chest. The head moves forward, let's move the neck forward. You've got 7 vertebrae, pull them out and over, and then you're going to continue pulling the head out in an arc as if it's coming out in a curve towards the ground, to the middle of your mat, past your knees. And as you dive over, your waist is pulling back to get a stretch. Bring your hands to your legs wherever they touch. Could be feet, could be shins, could be thighs, anywhere. And suck your waist back, increase the curve in your spine now. Now press your heels and your sits bones into the ground, and you're going to zip your back up an imaginary wall. So come up, go back, get back. Ribs, shoulder blades, shoulders, neck and head, look out at the horizon. And we do this again. So we exhale, go over and down. Gaze goes down, head pulls forward. It moves the spine like this is the engine pulling the train. All the vertebrae flow one after the other. As you round over here, feel that stretch in your back. The stretch in the back of your legs probably. And then push your heels down. Start to sink your tail as it's going to the center of the earth, come up and sit right up on top of it. We end up with our natural S-curve spine, sitting right up on our sits bones. And then look down, exhale all the way out and over. Try to elongate the breath. So you let just a little bit of air go out of the lungs at a time. So you have breath control. And then we're going to inhale and pull the air in to your lungs a little bit at a time. So you're breathing in, you're breathing in, you're breathing in, you're breathing in, you're breathing in until you're upright. And exhale, look down, over and out again. Head, neck, upper back, mid back, low back, and the mid back comes back. The tail can pull forward. Feel that stretch in your back, the stretch in your hamstrings. Go as low as you need to feel that. And then here, we're just going to step the spine one more time, coming up. Really nice. The collarbones open and the shoulders fall behind you. Lower the arms. And let's pull the legs one for a sec. So just have the soles of your feet together, let your knees open wide. And here, lift up. So to get on your sits bones and kind of pull the body forward in sort of a neutral spine position like a plank, like so. To feel like you can open up your hips a bit. And then we're coming out of it. And we're going to look at here. Let's go into a little bit of side legs. So you come onto your side. If you haven't done this before with me, you might want to turn the mat so you can see me. And we'll go ahead and stretch out on the mat here. Watch out for neighbors, watch out for tourists. Looks like you have plenty of space. Well, maybe you have to be careful. You don't want to kick your friend in the head when you're doing this. Yeah. Okay. So with this, as you're here, you would pull the bottom elbow. So it looks like this would be the left one. You would pull it in a little bit towards you so you feel some firming up in the arm and the armpit, and even into the ribs that are down here on the mat. It's a straight line from the back of your skull to your shoulders to your sacrum. Lift the tail out behind you and slide the legs forward about 30 degrees. And then take the top leg and push it forward so the heels are stacked and you feel a little bit of lift in your waist. Your free hand, press it into the ground in front of the chest and really push the floor down. And then pull your neck long by reaching your head away, your halo away from your tailbone and vice versa. We'll pick the leg up hip height, keeping both feet flexed. Now, your inhale and the top leg slides forward, reach out through the heel, reach back through the tail and the sits bone, and you pulse 1, 2 to get the stretch in the back of the leg. And then we point the foot and we push the leg back, hold it at the same height from the ground, and reach back, use your glutes and reach back 1 and 2, the bottom leg pushes into the floor. And flex the foot. Hand is firmly down, slide it forward, tailbone reaches back, sits bone reaches back, that's your hamstring attachment. Pulse once, twice, point the foot, scoop the air. It's important that you're not leaning forward as the leg goes back. And it's important that you're not leaning back as the leg goes forward, right? Because what we're trying to do is get the stability here on your sideline and create some strength in the core. So, and that also, if you do that, that's gonna help you get more stretch in the leg. Hamstring as it goes forward, and quad and the deeper psoas as it goes back. Pulse and pulse again. Because you can feel like if I lean back and the leg goes forward, I'm not really stretching. I'm just like collapsing. And the same thing happens if I do this. I'm kind of keeping a plank from my head to my butt to my heel. And what we're really trying to do when the leg goes back is hold the body still so you get the opening here across the hip and strengthen into the glute by pulsing it there. Okay, so flex to bring it forward one more time. Pulse 1, pulse 2. Point, take it back, reach back, and pulse 1 and 2 again. Come back to center, and now we rotate the leg externally. So we rotate the knee up to the ceiling, point the foot, lift the leg high. Flex the foot, reach out, heel closes to heel. Point to lift, flex to close. Point up, flex down. Let's reverse it. Flex to go high, point to go long, stretch it out, reach heel to heel. Flex to lift, point, stretch it away and reach your head away from your shoulders. One more. All the way down. We call this next one développé. So you have the leg externally rotated, You slide the foot along the bottom leg, pull the knee in towards your shoulder. Extend the leg up in the air, flex the foot, and reach it out and down. Beautiful. So point, glide, knee in, foot up, exhale out and down. Excellent. One more. Hold. And press it out. Now we reverse. Flex foot, lift, point the foot, bend the knee into the shoulder, tap the toe down, skate it along your bottom leg, lengthen, flex to lift, point and bend, and skim it out, try to get both legs longer, flex at the end to lift up, point, bend, and all the way forward and down. Now here comes a big challenge called rond de jambe. It's a big circle. The circle is only as big as you can hold your body stable here without rocking back and forth, right? So we've already practiced. Pull the bottom elbow in, press the bottom leg into the ground, lift your top leg hip height. Soft point. We bring it forward, rotate externally up. We did this on your back, now we're doing it on your side and try to be just as stable with the torso as you pull the leg behind you and back through center. I know. And then bring it here. Up, back, reach long. Legs are heavy, right? I'll tell you, your two legs are a third of your body weight, so this is 1/6 of your weight. Not asking, just saying. Right. Respect. This takes a lot of work, and a lot of exercise programs and sports don't condition you like in this lateral leg. Let's take it back again. So reverse. Take it back, rotate up, forward, around, and back through center, and do it again. This is also really beneficial for our bodies because we're moving the hip socket in the joint. We want to have that hip mobility to help our low backs stay healthy, as well as our hip joint. One more time. And you feel this like work the muscles 360 degrees around your leg. Okay, y'all did great. So we're going to flip to the other side. Seriously good. It's hard to keep the stability you have. Oh, why don't you go to the other end so you can still see what we're doing. Okay, so stretch it out. It's always strange. The two sides can feel very different, right? So try to stick your tail out behind you a little bit like a happy dog. The legs forward at about 30 degrees. Your top head presses in front of the ribs in the chest. We lift the top leg up, bottom leg pushes down. Flex the foot and we swing the leg forward as you reach back to the sits bone and tail. Plus 1, 2. Point the foot. So this is like using the glute to bring the leg back into hip extension. Pulse once, twice without leaning forward with your torso. Good. The arms really help. Hold your upper body still. Flex to bring it forward. Pulse once and twice. Point, take it back and reach and lengthen again. Flex forward here. Reach out through the heel, lengthen and lengthen again. So one more time. Reach. Bottom leg still heavy, still lengthened. Come back to center and lower the leg down. We rotate externally. Point the leg up, flex and pull the legs together. Point to go up high, flex to come down low. One more, point up, flex it down, reach. Good. Reversing the foot, flex, lift. Point, stretch it out of the way. Flex the lift here. Point and lengthen to the other leg. And let's do one more. All the way down. Double peg, bend the knee up, slide it in, knee to shoulder, lift the leg, flex, press it down. So it goes much faster once you know what you're doing, right? So every time you come to class, we'll get more exercises in. You'll build on what we've learned today. Tap and reverse. Up with the leg, flex foot, point, bend, skate it down, reach both legs long, and flex to lift. Point, bend, foot out, full length, lift here, point and bend, get it all the way down, reach it out, and here, big circles. So bottom leg presses in, hold your body steady, bring the leg forward, up, around, back, and through center. Good work, and again, yeah. Well, doing great. You're looking straight ahead to keep your neck long instead of at your leg, because you know what the leg is doing, you can feel it. And let's reverse. Take it back, open, all the way around and down. Reach into the arm, hold the body still. And one last one here. Nice. Okay, let's come sit into a child's pose. If your knees are a little tricky, you can lay on your back and put your knees into your chest. And here, bring your forehead down. Breathe into your back and stretch the arms forward or back. There's different preferences that do different things for your body. And then we stack the spine up. And we're good for today. Thank you guys so much.